Thank you. Babies, before we're done here, y'all be wearing gold-plated diapers.
What does that mean?
Never question Bruce Dickinson.
Provincial wins, second only to Keegan Latham. And on the Metro table, he's second only to Nashra Willa. Having a great season, Tyler. Let's head to Eagle Farm. Their second is only 8 minutes away. Class 1 a certain maybe 340. Dark Chill 4. Victoria Roc's at 5. Bernie and Maxie.
Welcome back to Eagle Farm for race number 2 on the card. We have a new favourite here as well in this Class 1 handicap over the mile. So it was Dark Chill. However, it is now a certain maybe. Number 8 from the Chris Anderson stable. Okay, Maxie, let's take a look at number 1. This is Signet River from the Rob Heathcote stable with Damien Thornton.
Yeah, he didn't do much at his first run back behind Dubai Pride. Big drifter in the market as well. He just simply wants further. His first start was over 1,600 metres and turned into an eye-catcher at the Sunshine Coast, and then he won here over the mile. So it's all about getting him up to the right trip. So I'd say from the 14 to the 16 today, we'll see a better effort.
All right, number 2 is End of Month from the Michael Morrison stable, Jimmy Orman.
Here's another one that wants a bit of ground, a 4-year-old by Ocean Park at his first prep. 2 seconds and a win. Started out over 1,600 metres and was second to Mooloolaba at the Sunny Coast. So obviously wanting further. Has had a couple of barrier trials, though, in preparation for today.
Here's Dark Chill, number 3, looking fabulous, David Van Dyke, Ben Thompson.
Getting the standard race tips first time today. He finished third at the Sunny Coast behind Demon Darb and just battled on OK one pace. He was the $2.15 favourite, so I thought he was a bit disappointing because couldn't offer any excuses at all. But, yeah, this is the right type of race for him if he's been able to find a length or two on last start.
Michael Hemmings trains number 4, Super Duck with Michael Hellier.
Finished third behind Martetti last start. There's a few in this race come out of that, and this guy's run was quite good. He was settling around about 5th. Then he was sort of exposed for a while, but battled on quite well and should get the favours here from a good draw.
BJ Smith trains number 5, Victoria Roc with Boris Thornton.
She was in that Martetti race, and I thought went really well. She was badly held up turning into the straight, and when she got clear, she finished a race off strongly. Her better runs have been on tracks with give in the ground, but I'm just trusting that she handles it okay today, and she's third up. And if she can run the trip, she's in this right up to her ears.
Number 6 is Mighty Judd from the Sharon Livingston stable with Justin Stanley.
And there's Jack, the strapper, doing a wonderful job.
Do you think this horse is named after him? Justin Stanley, I mean?
Yes, it'd have to be. Yep. He won his maiden in a big way 2 ago at Ipswich, beat More Trouble. More Trouble has come out to star twice since. Since then, this fellow led comfortably, and then he was taken on by the eventual winner, West Cork, at Ipswich last start, who whipped around and kept up a strong gallop, and then Mighty Judge hit the lead. I think the lead has sort of felt the pinch a little bit there, and West Cork was able today with a claim and a better draw.
Here's the favourite, number 8, A Certain Maybe, now at about 340. Chris Anderson, Robbie Dolan.
Yes, Dave Stanley mentioned in an early preview on Racing HQ early today, this was one of the best back runners, and the money's continued to come for her. Although she's only coming off a narrow win at the Sunny Coast in maiden company, punters want to be with it today to make that progression from maiden to Class 1. We'll get every opportunity, though, from that good draw with Dolan up.
Prosperina will be number 9 from the Chris Waller stable with Mark Duplessis.
Bit of an awkward gate, so there is a change of tactics to go back from the gate if possible. Appeared to have every chance last start and maybe didn't run the 1,800, so back to the 1,600 probably better.
Rightio, a mile class 1 here is race number 2, and there's been good money for a certain maybe. She's now your favourite at $3.20. There's also been good money for Victoria Roc, who's gone 6s to $4.40, and they don't like Dark Chill today, Maxi, $3.50 to $4.40.
Yeah, he was plain last start, so if you're on Dark Chill, you'll be hoping he goes a little bit better today. I'm with Victoria Roc. Good to see there is support for her. She's a big girl and she was getting herself all warmed up in the yard. She was a little bit strong at times walking around the mounting yard, but gosh, she is a big mare, and I just hope that she switches off early here. She just jumps out. The good draw will enable her just to position on the fence, hopefully somewhere, and switch off to give her a chance of running the trip. Overall, she's got plenty of ability. You know, they're not that much more impressive than what she was when she won a maiden in New Zealand. She looked like a star. Obviously, things haven't quite gone according to plan, but I think she can bounce back and get a second win today. Dark Chill number 3, 8 a certain maybe, and then for Super Duck, 5384.
All right. Well, I've had a little shuffle up since the yard, and unlike the market, I thought Dark Chill was probably the best in the yard. Quite a few of them got very hot, and it is hot here today, but he didn't turn a hair. So I'm going to agree that I thought he was plain last start, even though he ran 3rd, but it was a soft track. So I'm thinking maybe the key to him today is going to be getting back on top of the ground. It just was a faultless parade. So he's on top for me. Over 7, Toolatemate. I thought equally good in the parade and gets a nice drop in weight here today. Then I'm going to leave in Victoria Roc, who was very hot and just needs to take a chill pill and relax a little bit so she can run a strong mile here and end of the month. Probably too short for him, but a good parade, 3, 7, 5 and 2. Let's get to Anthony to see what the pundits are up to.
Okay, a certain maybe very well backed here into $3.10 now on tab fixed odds. Opened at $5.50 when markets first went up, and no deductions. It's now $3.10. So by far and away the best supported runner. Victoria Roc, $7.50. Opening price, $6 this morning, now $4.40. Dark Chill open favourite, $2.70. It's now $4.60. And then Mighty Judd, $7.50 out to $10. So a certain maybe best back, $5.50 into $3.10. Earlier this afternoon when you guys did your preview was holding about 25% of the overall investment, now holds about 30% of the overall investment and is by far and away the best backed runner in front of number 3, Dark Chill, who was the second most popular despite being easy, and Victoria Roc, the third most popular. But number 8, a certain maybe best backed and clearly going to run favourite here, $5.50 into $3.10 as they load for race 2.
All right. Bernie, the time, I think you gave 1:23.72 for that first race and 35.59 the final split. Bremerhaven pretty much running the time all the way there.
Yeah, she was able to stack them up in front. It was a beautiful ride, really. They were all sort of pulling by the time he got to the turn. I know he didn't really use her. He just got there so gradually, didn't he? But she gave a good kick, and I don't think you're going to see any fast times here today.
No. Be nice if the track continued with a little bit of give in the ground. And we had the winner there leading all the way and the runner-up coming up towards the inside. So track really good after the first of just 7 races today.
All righty, they are loading up well. So here's David Fowler for the call of race 2.
Time she ran, 1:23.72, home in 35.89. And Bernie only 2 to move in for this race. We're just about ready to go. In fact, Dark Chill will be the last runner to move up. Comes up to the outside gate for Ben Thompson. We're running the metric mile. Best back runners are certain maybe, and Victoria Roc. All in, light on, and racing. Couple missed the start, including End of Month and also Prosperina. First to go was Superduck. Mighty Judd's rolling forward. Victoria Roc third away. And a certain maybe fourth on settling down. Now, Dark Chill is stranded 3 wide in midfield. Thompson has to make up his mind whether to go forward or go back. Toolatemate the rail, and Signet River just pokes up in the centre, ensuring Dark Chill is exposed 3 deep. And the last pair, End of Month and Prosperina. 6 lengths top end to tail, 1100 left to run. Superduck leads Mighty Judd, and Dark Chill now pops up outside that pair, but he's still 3 wide. So far a victim of the gate. A certain maybe in Victoria Roc. Well back runners travel in 4th and 5th as they move to the side. 2 lengths away, Toolatemate inside of Signet River, and the tail end pair, Prosperina, outside of End of Month. Speed only steady, half a mile left to run, and Superduck's in front, controlling affairs by 3/4 to Mighty Judd. Dark Chill is third and has been 3 wide and will be 3 wide all of the way. A certain maybe, on the other hand, getting that cosy run 4th on the fence, Victoria Roc, primed in 5th, poised and ready to go, as Signet River makes a 3 wide move, then Toolatemate, and still Prosperina and End of Month was second last and last. By the 400 metres, Superduck being shaken up, tackled by Mighty Judd, Dark Chill, despite the wide run, trying to come after that pair. A certain maybe just behind them, needing room to move. Toolatemate sneaking along the rail. Victoria Roc was wider. Toolatemate along the inside, 100 left to run, snatched the lead. He shot the gaps, covered no ground, pulls away, and is too good. Dark Chill a determined second. A certain maybe third, fourth either Victoria Roc or Superduck. Gaps to Prosperina, Signet River, End of Month, and Mighty Judd knocked up to run last.
So number 7, Toolatemate, ridden a nice patient race today by Bailey Wheeler, back with cover near the inside, getting through, and he has been too good today. Couple of kilos off help too, just 54.5, the lightest weight in the race. Dark Chill, obliged to race wide, couldn't get in, so he's gone better than last time when he had the run of the race there at the Sunny Coast. And then the well back to certain maybe, no excuses, Victoria Roc. She was held up a bit, but when clear was 1 paced, and then Superduck back on the rails will probably get 5th. So there are the placings, 7, 3, 8 and 5. The winner, Toolatemate, trained by Scott Morrissey, ridden by Bailey Wheeler, and last start was wide without any cover due to an awkward gate, but barriers win races, don't they? Drawn much better today, Bernie, and he was able to give a very soft run and comes through along the rails.
Safe work is in the unluckiest.
All right. Chatting now to Scotty Morrissey. Keep telling us that story. Which box does he go into?
He goes in the category of Black Log, and Safe Work is the most unluckiest horses ever getting around in Queensland or Australia. Fair dinkum. I reckon it should have won last up, or as far as you could kick your hat. Funny run race.
Had to take off early.
Yeah, which I don't think was the right call, but you got to leave. You can't always blame the jockeys. Sometimes the horse has to take a bit of responsibility, but you know, and then he ran second to Tony's good horse, and his runs on the poly, that was his fault. He'd missed a kick, and you just, you know, he's just, it's been a bit of both.
Yeah.
And, you know, we bought the horse after Len passed away, and we've just had no luck since, but we finally had a bit today.
You've had a bit today. You would have been quietly confident from the 600.
Oh, I thought he could win even before we got here. He's just an unlucky horse, but hopefully he's changing.
Good on you, Scotty. I've got to let him go because he's doing all the work here and strapping as well. But yeah, a great win, and a bit of luck goes his way today. And as Scotty said, he's just had no luck at all. And you could see from the 600 today, it was just working out beautifully for Bailey. Tucks away, probably 3 pairs back, and then he got that slip up the inside. 135.43, home in 35.26, 7 beats 3, 8 and 5. Do we have time to talk to Bailey? He's going to be right here. We'll just get a quick question and get his thoughts. Well, that was a beautiful ride, Bailey, and I could see that you were the winner a long way out.
Yeah, it's good when things go your way. I was quite nervous when I saw you at the fence, but he just kept popping off and just allowed me to slide up in there. And when Michael Hurley's horse just wanted to duck off the fence, it just gave me half a run, and then I was able to sneak through. And it was a good win. He's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Never gets beat far, but hopefully takes a good amount of confidence out of this. And Scotty's got a nice little team of horses going through, so it's good to be riding for him.
Yeah, great to be part of it. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, there is Bailey Wheeler. That's one on the board for Bailey here today. 7, 3, 8 and 5. As we come back to you, Anthony.
Okay, so Toolatemate records his second win from start number 13 for Scott Morrissey, a $170,000 yearling purchase back in 2021 from the English Classic yearling sale, and takes his prize money towards $50,000 now with his second win from start number 13. Toolatemate with a rails-hugging ride for
On the card, a benchmark 65 handicap. It's over 1,835 metres. Security Advisor is your favourite. However, it's a very, very open race. He's at $4. And then we have the Love Rocket at $5. So we're going to start with Outburst Maxi from the Mick Lakey stable with Justin Stanley.
Usually races well here at Eagle Farm. Was third here 2 ago over the slightly shorter 1,600 behind Tenzing. And that was back on the 4th of November. Since then, he went to the sunny coast. That was Mooloolaba Cup Day. Expecting him to run well. He was a $9 chance, but he finished at the rear. But he was obliged to race very wide the entire. He just couldn't get in. He did have a decent gate, but it's an awkward start there, and a couple sort of kicked up underneath him, and he was posted. So barrier 2 today. He's going to get a soft run for sure, and he can improve on that sunny coast run.
Here's the favourite, covered in dapples and looking fabulous. Security Advisor, Chris Marr, Malia Castle to claim 3, and blinkers again, the lugging bit off.
He's only had one go this track and distance, and he won it a while ago, but since then his form has been solid. Last 3 starts have been Doomben on a Saturday, so he's back to a Wednesday, back to a benchmark 65 with the claim, the gear changes with the blinkers again in particular. It all looks good for him today. He can certainly win.
Number 3 is Demarque from the Chris Wallace stable, Jimmy Orman.
He had a couple of starts in Victoria, just battling runs, so they've decided to send him up here. He had a trial at Beaudesert, although he ran 4th, beaten 4 lengths. I thought he ran second in that heat, but there were 3 of them across the line together. So watching him today, see where he fits in, but Orman's been booked, so respect factor with number 3.
Dhakuri is number 4 from the Jack Bruce stable, Ben Thompson.
Comes out of the Time to Testify race at the Sunny Coast, November 26th. Ran second, settled 6th, one off the fence in a nice position. And then he sort of made a long run from about the 700. I thought battled on really well, gets all the favours today.
Lee Friedman trains number 5, Collection Point, $26 chance. Boris Thornton.
Tends to sort of mix his form. He was good at Beaudesert 2 ago, and at recent Metro meeting at the Sunny Coast, he didn't show up at all in the benchmark 68. Maybe a little bit back in grade today might help.
Number 6 will be Time to Testify, Sean Dwyer and Michael Rodd.
Yeah, he's another one that can put in an ordinary one every now and then, but he's going really well. Good at Ipswich 3 ago, and then latest at the Sunny Coast, he was terrific because he worked really hard for the first 800 and then just raced away and won with plenty in hand. So if he holds that form, he's certainly in this.
Number 7 is Captain Underpants, Maxi. This one's named after you. Stephen Wise and Robbie Dolan.
He's a 5-year-old by Savabeel, this guy, and won at the Sunny Coast and then down the track in that highway there at Newcastle. So just watching today, again, we'll know more about him after today.
What about Diana's Affair from the Kelly Schweida stable with Kyle Wilson-Taylor?
He was out of luck there at Ipswich. He got galloped on. Remember, there was a horse travelling strongly.
Yes, who was
Why We Drink.
That's right.
Yeah, it was sort of got up on heels, and this horse sort of was galloped on. Maybe that incident at the top of the straight. So
it was.
For him to be beaten only a length and 3/4, his effort was pretty good.
Prefer Us is a mare by preferment from the Tony Gollan stable with Angela Jones.
Yeah, back up to 1,800 is a good move. The preferments, they love the further the better. So back to 1,800 metres is a plus today.
And the Love Rocket is from the Jason Edwards stable with CJ Graham.
It hasn't won since winning here back in June of 22, but all of her runs have been good since then without winning. She's come oh so close a few times this time in, and with the claim today, it could be today's the day.
Okay, a little move for the favourite here, $4 into $3.80. It took a long time, but there is movement at the station. Maxi, time to testify, solid at $6.50, as is the Love Rocket at $5.50. I don't know what's going on, but we've got Captain Underpants and the Love Rocket and Diana's Affair all in the same race, Maxi.
Yes, you thought about that, didn't you?
I did.
That's the trifecta. And there's a security advisor as well. I think he's hard to beat today, security advisor. He's heading around to the start. Look, he doesn't have a lot of speed. He's a one pacer. So maybe drawing out a little bit's a good thing for him to go forward. Just keep going forward till he gets there. Relaxes a little bit. I don't see a lot of upfront pressure here. So he should be able to back it off a little bit at some point and have something left at the end. I like the fact that he's 1 for 1. One start, one win this track and distance. So back to the Wednesdays. Blinkers again. Number 2 on top, security advisor over 10, the Love Rocket. 6 time to testify, number 4, Dhakuri.
All righty, I'm with Time to Testify. I thought it was a great parade. He's been a nice sort of middle distance horse in the making for some time, and he is definitely in career best form. I am a little worried about the 59.5. But let's hope he has a little bit easier run probably than he had last start, and he was a dominant winner after that. It was on a soft 5, but he's won twice on good tracks. In fact, he's won on a good 3 at Ipswich 3 starts ago. So, as I say, he's just going great guns at the moment. So 6 and 2, definitely. Maxi's already spoken enough probably about security advisor, but yes, he'll sort of meander his way to the front, I would think. Dhakuri, he ran second in Time to Testify last time. And then I've got the Love Rocket in, and you could just as easily have Prefer Us. It was a beautiful parade by her. She just is a bit worse off at the weights today, given the Love Rocket's got the claim. So I'll go 6, 2, 4 and 10. Anthony?
Okay, security advisor, 350, just out to 380. They're just getting that percentage down closer to start time. It's still the most popular runner. The Love Rocket, 750 into 550. Time to Testify, 750 to 6. Demarque, 850, and Dhakuri at 850. Outburst at 9. So security advisor, $3.80. Still the most popular runner. When you started your preview earlier this afternoon, held about 25% of the overall investment on this market. Now out to $4, but I can tell you it still holds about 34% of the entire hold. And the Love Rocket is by far and away the second most popular runner. These two really dominate in terms of the hold. Big gap to the third horse, which is Time to Testify, who was the third most popular, but more than double the amount of money on the Love Rocket compared to Time to Testify, and they're both $5.50. So that gives you an indication of where the money's headed. And security advisor just touched $4 and back into $3.90. So it's been the most popular runner. Minute out from start time, Bernie.
Yeah, thanks for that, Anthony. Maxi, speed-wise, well.
Yeah, well, we mentioned
Security advisor.
He likes to get up there, but he's certainly not a natural jump and run horse. Collection Point has gone forward in the past, but there doesn't really appear to be a lot doing up in the van. So makes me a little bit more confident if security advisor can get there relatively easy.
What sort of van gets to the front, Maxi? A combi van? Or?
Yeah, I love a combi.
You love it?
I saw quite a few of them at Nimbin. I went to Nimbin the other day for the first time.
You went to Nimbin?
Wonderful place. I loved it.
Not in a combi van?
No, but I wanted to be in one. That's my next step to go for a drive around.
You didn't have a cup of tea and a biscuit, did you?
No, but I tell you what, it was an enjoyable trip down there.
Yeah.
Lovely countryside there on the Northern Rivers.
Very pretty.
It is.
Very pretty. Everyone should have a trip to Nimbin. All right, loading up nicely. Here's David. He might have been.
Marque out to 9, Dhakuri out to 950. So 7 runners at single figures. Security advisor goes in. So Collection Point and Diana's Affair, they'll be the last two to move up. And we'll be set for a start in the third race today. Fairly open affair as the market suggests, $4 the field. Now Diana's Affair coming up. Diana's Affair goes in. They're locked and loaded, ready for the third of the day. Starter has a last look down the line. Red light is switched on. All set. Racing now. A good line away. One of the first to go was the Love Rocket. DeMarque, Time to Testify began well. An outburst inside that trio is certainly holding a forward position. Now there's Security Advisor. Malaya Castle pushing forward. Prefer Us going up as well. Dhakuri will settle a touch worse in midfield on the rail. Then Captain Underpants outside of Diana's Affair, and Collection Point goes out to the tail. Heading down the back straight, 1400 left to run, and the favourite takes it up, Security Advisor. He's going to try and do it most of the way. Led by 2 lengths to Time to Testify, who's in second. Third and 3 wide, Prefer Us, now pushing forward, an outburst, lying fourth over on the inside. Length and a half behind that pair, DeMarque. One away, Dhakuri. Length and a half to the Love Rocket outside of Diana's Affair, and the tail end pair, Captain Underpants and Collection Point. They're at the 1,000 metres. Security Advisor getting his own way in front. Prefer Us trails by a length, and they move clear in the middle part. They're out by 2.5 lengths, almost 3, to Time to Testify in a good spot. He's got a nice turn of speed. He sits pretty outside of Outburst, fourth on the rail. 2 DeMarque covering Dhakuri. Next pair, the Love Rocket and Diana's Affair, and still Captain Underpants and Collection Point, second last and last. There's been no appreciative change to the running order. 500 metres left to run. Security Advisor, he's the one they have to try and run down. He'll turn into the straight in front from Prefer Us being shaken up in second. Dhakuri railing to third all of a sudden. Outburst pulled to the outside. Diana's Affair weaving a passage between runners. Wide to DeMarque, even deeper was the Love Rocket. Security Advisor in front. Dhakuri is an immediate challenger. Prefer Us sticking on pretty well. Outburst only battling with Diana's Affair. They've got to Security Advisor, and Dhakuri's the one. Went by Security Advisor, sprinter clear, and it's Dhakuri for the money. Fano for the minors. Security Advisor, or on the outside, Diana's Affair, then Prefer Us, followed by at the head of the others, Collection Point. Then DeMarque, Outburst, the Love Rocket, gaps to Captain Underpants, and Time to Testify. Disappointed after a good run and failed to beat one home.
So Dhakuri, trained by Jack Bruce, ridden by Ben Thompson, enjoyed a lovely run close to the rails in behind what was a pretty good tempo. Security Advisor had led. Prefer Us was sort of keeping him at it a little bit, but you can see in the home straight, all he needed was clear running, Dhakuri, and when he got clear space, he went straight through and he gets the money. Diana's Affair, out in the middle of a track, gets that second spot ahead of Security Advisor, who just seems to bump into one or two too good almost every time that he goes around these days. And Prefer Us has stayed on okay, whacks away back in fourth spot. Dhakuri, that's win number 5 at start number 30 today. Did put the writing on the wall, I guess, last start with a good performance behind Time to Testify at the sunny coast. But Bernie, we're looking at the head-on in the home straight, and he's in the right spot. He's just waiting for a little bit of room, and there it is. There's the gap in the middle.
Yeah, the fence has been the place to be today, which is 7 metres out. So Jack Bruce, I don't know if Jack Bruce is not here today. Is he not here today?
No, he's had to fly back to New Zealand for a quick trip just to see family just before Christmas. So
Well, that's always a good time.
yeah, it is, especially after Christmas. It's quite a busy period of time. So yeah, so time was right to go.
Fantastic. All right. Well, you're in charge with Dhakuri here today, and it's been a really nice win.
No, he's been knocking on the door there, and he just needs a little bit of luck. He's a bit of a thinker, that bloke, you know. So Benny rode him a treat today and rode him to plan, and we got the money, so it was good.
It's nice when they're waiting for that split and they can be all balanced up and ready to sort of pounce, aren't they?
Correct, and we're a little bit concerned because he does get a little bit claustrophobic amongst horses and that, but he got the nice split at the right time and the way he went.
He's been racing really well, actually, since he came here without a win. That's the first win here, but I suspect he's going to get over further.
Yeah, Jack seems to think he will get over 2,000 plus, you know, like we've just got to get his mindset right. And at the moment, he's a happy boy, so we can hopefully just keep pushing forward and go from now.
just like you, because you're going home with a winner. Well done.
Thank you very much, Bernie.
All righty, Dhakuri takes out race number 3 here. Let's have a look. 4 beats 8, 2 and 1. A 151.44, home in 35.6. So, yeah, not bad really. Over the 1800, that final 600 metres, very comparable with the shorter races today, actually. Okay, as I said, 4 beats 8, 2 and 9. As we come back to you, Anthony.
Hey, so Dhakuri wins there, the son of contributor for Jack Bruce. That's his 5th win from start number 30. As a former Godolphin horse, this fellow. And he was sold on an online auction back in 2022, about 18 months ago, July of last year. He was purchased by Blue Blood Thoroughbreds for $115,000. And I think I'm right in saying that's the first win since he's changed hands. He hadn't won a race since Boxing Day 2021, so near enough to 2 years since he'd won a race. But he's back in the winner's circle there. After some pretty consistent form this preparation, he ran second at the Sunshine Coast on the 6th of October. He ran second there on the 26th of November as well. And in the middle of those 2 runs, there was a 6th there at the Sunshine Coast. So he's been racing consistently, but on the board for an overdue win, it's fair to say. Hasn't won for almost 2 years. So Dhakuri wins. Diana's Affair and Security Advisors run.
Back in the winter, a break, trialled brilliantly. Now, then I thought he had a great chance first up on Mooloolaba Cup Day, but he ended up being a bit of a victim of a steady tempo. Settled a little bit worse in midfield. They backed it off and he was up on heels, but still made marginal progress in the straight. I like that about him. Back to the midweeks, the good draw, Ormond booked. Looks perfect for him.
Number 7 will be Victoria Roc from the Chris Marr stable with Jag Guthman-Chester.
Got a win last start on the Gold Coast. Polly beating Full Cry. So back in winning form. This is harder.
Then we get to Ready Azz Eva, number 8 for Rob Heathcote and Michael Rod.
Thought he won his maiden really well 3 ago at Doomben, mid-September it was, coming from last to get up and score at the midweeks. And then hasn't really done a lot of these past 2, so needs to find a little bit more.
And number 10 is Flash Zeriz, Naomi Hemmings and Montana Sava.
Yeah, one of the long shots here, ran second at the Sunny Coast behind Betty Yet last start. That was a better performance.
Rightio, good parade here, Maxie, by this favourite, and they're continuing to back him, amongst others, of course. Already a star, now $1.80.
Yeah, they really like him. I mean, everything looks spot on. The draw, barriers win races, and he should be able to just lob into a position wherever he wants to be here. He's got a nice turn of acceleration, this horse, so happy to have him on top. I think we both liked him as one of the best bets on the card today, and we need a winner, Bernie, so hope he misses it. Chief Artie, if he does go forward, that might be a bit of an advantage for him. I think Stick to Your Guns is ready to peak today, can't fault at all. And then Thunder Mania, more a place chance. He hasn't won for years. He showed a lot of potential as a 3-year-old, but hasn't been able to go to the next level, but a place chance again. 6, 4, 1 and 3, who do you like?
Well, I'm 6, 4, 1 and 2, Maxie, so not a lot of difference between our picks here. But I did think it was a good parade by this favourite, Already a Star, and he comes out of one of the hottest Class 3s into a benchmark 65. I mean, there are some horses that are knocking on the door here, for sure, but not the level of or the quality of opposition that he had last start. I mean, the flip side is he had 53 last start. He has 58 today, but he's a big, strong, well-balanced horse. So I think the good draw is going to make a big difference for him here today. So he's on top. Dangers of Chief Artie, Stick to Your Guns. And I thought Texas looked really fit for BJ Smith first up from a spell. So 6, 4, 1 and 2.
Yeah, I've just bumped into David McComb. He's looking pretty happy with himself. He's got Flying Mickey in later today.
Wow.
And we look forward to Far Too Easy running on Saturday in Mallockney. It looks a winnable race for him when you analyse his form.
Certainly does. He only had one start last preparation.
Yes.
Is that the Ramornie?
He ran in the Ramornie. He hasn't run since the... running third at Randwick.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ramornie might have been the last one before that spell. Must have been a short spell, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that was behind the Big Goodbye. So he basically has had a bit of a freshen up. He was due to go to Newcastle. He may have even been in Newcastle for the big race there, the Hunter, and he was scratched. Apparently, he struck his head at the stables and had to have a couple of stitches.
Oh, how disappointing.
And that's put him back a little bit. He was due to trial a couple of weeks ago at Deegan, but David elected to keep him at home. He has had a recent trial, though, at Ballina. He finished second behind Emperor, who's a talented horse. But it just looks a great race for him. It's 1,400. He has won 1,400 before.
Yeah.
It was the Northern Rivers qualifier before the Cosy a couple of years ago. But obviously, looking at his form these days, he's a more mature horse. He's wanting a bit further, and he gets the 1,400 fresh up on Saturday.
Yeah, it looks a good race. Scalapini, you called it. 11:11, Far Too Easy, Irish Songs. The Big Goodbye having a test at 1,400 as well. I think it's his first go. Vinco, military expert. Zushak, who led at 100 miles an hour last time, probably a little more conserved this start.
Yeah, probably take the blinkers off.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'll have to check. But, he went a little bit too keen, didn't he? But, gee, look up. If you see what Tab have got Far Too Easy, I'll have a look on the site. They should have the prices up for him at the moment.
The Gold Edition plate is another feature on. Of course, Rob Heathcote's got a bounding. We see Tiger Shark, Maxi.
Yeah, well, there's that form line. There's a number of horses to come out of that. And then there's these other horses, your
Deep
likes
Respect.
of... Yeah, Defiant Spirit, Deep Respect, Show Me Mercy is good, back into it again. So it's a very evenly balanced race, isn't it, of 3-year-olds? There's no standout, but I guess Bounding would have to be close to favourite. She was stiff not to win last start when a horse came back on her, and she was forced to come very wide, turning into the straight west of Dalby. Got through, remember?
I do
She
remember.
did a good job, yeah.
But the feature is the Group 3 Grand Prix Stakes for the 3-year-olds, Maxi, over 2,100 metres, and always been a smallish field. What have we got, 10 runners?
Yeah, no standouts like the last couple of years.
No, it was easy with Kovalika and Gypsy Goddess.
Yeah. I'm interested in Les Kelly's Morris.
Jason Adam?
Yeah, she's down the bottom there. I've got to do a little bit more research into it, but only lightly raced. And I like what I saw at Ipswich the other day at the end of 1,600. It's a good card of racing. We get to see Sean Dwyer's Amanakore in early in the 1,800. It looks to be a really good stayer in the making.
Yeah, I was just talking to him. He said he's not that sharp, but, he's learning. So, yeah.
Big stretches here will certainly suit him. He loves the sunny coast. He'll love it here.
He will indeed. All right, we've got 30 seconds to jump time, so let's get to Anthony Manton for a market update.
And already a star's been very well supported here, Bernie. So 250 when markets first went up, subject to only 5 cents worth of deductions. This horse is now $1.75. Stick to Your Guns was 9 when markets first went up, $6 this morning, now 5. Thundermania's at 10, Bohemia Rocks at 10, and Chief Artie's at 12. Thin market, 6 already a star, $1.75 best back. More than 60% of the overall investment is on Already a Star, and Stick to Your Guns holds about 15-16% of the market, and only just sprinklings of money for anything else. So Already a Star, heavily supported, $1.75. That's as short as this horse has been throughout betting. $2.50 was the opening price, only 5 cents worth of deductions, and now $1.75. So perhaps one of the better backed runners all day there at Eagle Farm. As they load for the fourth, let's get to David Fowler.
Jack Bruce. Bremerhaven won the first, and the second was won by Toolatemate. So we're getting to a start here for the fourth today. 1,400 metres. Texas goes in, resuming. We're waiting on Bohemia Roc and Ready Azz Eva to complete the line, and then we'll be set for a dispatch. 4th of 7 as Bohemia Roc comes up and on pacer, and Ready Azz Eva will be the last one to load. Betting is certainly flattened out. $1.80 Already a Star and $5 Stick to Your Guns. They're the top pair in betting. Ready Azz Eva joins them, and the line is now complete. Set to go. Red light on. This is the fourth. And racing. Already a Star was away only fairly. One of the first to go, Stick to Your Guns. Chief Arnie revving up early. Third away, Flash Zariz, and fourth was Victoria Roc. Already a Star is improving in the early stages after only a reasonable getaway. Then Thundermania, Ready as Ever, and Texas last of all. They head towards the back bend. The second favourite, Stick to Your Guns, controls the speed. Victoria Roc's going up to be second. Easing for third was Chief Arnie, and Flash Zariz fourth on the rail. Two-way Already a Star, fifth outside of Ready as Ever. A length and a quarter Thundermania, and two-away Texas at the tail end, around 7 off the lead. Leaving the 800-metre pole astern, Stick to Your Guns, try to lead all of the way. The margin 1 length. Victoria Roc is second. Flash Zariz third. Fourth the outside, Chief Arnie. And then came Already a Star. He's fifth one off the fence. 4 off the lead at the 600 metres, covering up Ready as Ever. Then came Thundermania, and at the tail was Texas. Around the bend, 450 left to go. Stick to Your Guns, headed for home in front from Victoria Roc on the outside, who's trying to come after the leader. Already a Star now being asked to go by Orban. Starts to respond down the outside, then Flash Zariz, and the rest were struggling. Stick to Your Guns on the inside. Tackled hard by Already a Star on the outside. 100 left to run. Already a Star reached the lead. No gas in the tank. Ready as Ever going with it. Ready as Ever pushed Already a Star out of the way and got the prize. Ready as Ever first. Already a Star, a disappointing second, had his chance. Texas motoring home from the back. Then Stick to Your Guns, who weakened late. Then Victoria Roc, followed by Flash Zariz, Thundermania, and Chief Arnie fading out to last.
All right, number 8, Ready as Ever. Michael Rob Heathcote bouncing back. As we mentioned in the mounting yard, he was so good at Doomben, coming from last, winning his maiden. And then not much show at his next two. But today we saw the real Ready as Ever. Already a Star looked home and hose. It seemed as though Jimmy Ormond had timed the run perfectly there when he went for him. He only went for about 50 metres, and you could see that he wanted to lay inwards. We'll get a shot of that on the head-on, and he sort of had to stop and pull him off a little bit, but he was never going to be able to hold the eventual winner. Ready as Ever anyway. He puts up a length's margin once he gets fully clear, so they turn into the straight. Stick to Your Guns had led. We see Chief Arnie, and then now Jimmy's starting to say, go Already a Star, and he's picking up nicely. He's going out after Stick to Your Guns, and he's just wanting to get in late, just shifting back towards Ready as Ever. So he straightens him up, and Ready as Ever gathers momentum again and goes home far too well, Bernie.
It was a great win, Maxie. Really gutsy because, as you pointed out, he had a lot of crowding sort of over those final stages, and he appears to be such a peaceful, kind of placid kind of a horse. So it was a big effort to be winning this race today, and we think he's been a pretty decent horse as well. So 122.98 the time, home in 35.01 there for the last 600. So we're going to have a chat now with winning trainer Rob Heathcote, and you had 2 runners in the race, and this guy was phenomenal the last 100 metres.
Yeah, he was, and you look, let me give some credit to Michael Rod. What a lovely ride, you know, and this horse, you go back through his careers and that man behind you will tell you every bad ride the horse has ever had.
He's not a professional jockey bagger, are you?
I'm the man behind him, yeah.
Geez.
The horse has just had a lot of bad luck, and Michael came out today and I said, Mike, can we just ride him stone cold? Just let the horse present late, do his best work. Michael got the job done today. He's a horse that's a lot better than his form has shown.
Yeah. I was just sort of admiring him in the yard. He's such a placid kind of guy.
Well, normally he's a little bit fiery. That's why I love being back here at Eagle Farm. Over at Doomben and up at Caloundra, he can be real full of himself, but here he loves it. He really chills out, and congratulations to Robbie Slade and the team, and another winner. Well done.
Great stuff. Good on you, Rob.
Good on you, bud.
All right, there he is, winning trainer Rob Heathcote, doing a superb job with Ready as Ever. And, of course, how much fun is it having Michael Rod back riding here in Queensland and riding plenty of winners? Just a quick question. Robbie wanted you to ride him nice and cold, and you did that perfectly.
Is that what he wanted me to do? Yeah, look, 8 out of 8. What can you do? He began really well, but they were in a long line for about 100 metres there, and I was lucky to come back and get up the inside there. So it was a bit of luck early, and he needed luck in the straight. I was one of the only jockeys you don't want outside you, trying to hold you in a pocket, and that's James Orman. And I'm like, oh, God. So I just had to come through the inside, and it was really tight. The runs were really, really tight, but he's a really brave little horse, this guy. And look, if he got to the outside, you would have seen a different horse.
Very brave effort. Good on you.
Thanks, Benny.
All right, there he is, Michael Rod. So 8 beats 6, 2 and 1. So we come back to you, Anthony.
Okay, so Ready Azz Eva, this 4-year-old, by Better Than Ready, as the name suggests, and records win number 2 from start number 12. Prize money over $50,000 now. Was a $20,000 Magic Millions yearling purchase back in 2021 for Slade Bloodstock, trained by Robert Heathcote. Pays